Good morning, everybody. Well, I'm at the farm today. Yesterday was actually a pretty productive day. I didn't film anything, but I got this big fella almost done, serviced. I got the oil change done on it, fuel filters, hydraulic, air filters. The only thing left to do on it that I have to do today is I need to check the tire pressures, and I want to blow the radiator out. As I was looking, I kind of saw some of the holes and everything were kind of getting filled in with dirt, so I want to get that blown out. Once that's done, this tractor is done. I'm pulling it out of here, and I need to get the planting tractor out and start servicing that. But I want to show you this. Yesterday, hydraulic oil was just a scotch low here, so I figured I'd put new hydraulic oil in it. Well, in order to do that, you have to remove this panel to get to the hydraulic reservoir to fill it. So I got a 6-foot ladder out. I had the 6-foot ladder sitting right here, you know, so I could reach up there and take the panel off and fill it with oil. And then I cleaned up my tools and everything. I went and did some other stuff, and then I had to do some shuffling around. So I got in the tractor and went to pull out of the barn, pulled around to the side there, and as I was walking back in to grab another piece of equipment, I noticed this laying on the floor. Yeah. Oops. It happens. Happens to the best of us, I guess. Whatever. All 8 of these tires are at 12 psi. I got the radiators blown out of this thing. It's kind of convenient. John Deere makes these to where you can move this open to get to this radiator and block it back. Same thing with this over here. There's just a bunch of different coolants. You got hydraulic, transmission, motor, all kinds. You got the air conditioner. This is the air conditioning cooler right here. Right here's the transmission. The motor's back there. This one is hydraulic. You can open these up and get in between there and get those clean. It works out really good. So now I just got to lock everything back together and get it out of the way so I can get out the other tractor. As you can see, I did the great machinery shuffle. This tractor needs a lot of little stuff done to it. Oil change, fuel filters, oil filter, air filter, cab filters, radiator blown out, tire pressure checked. It needs to be greased. I need to pull the GPS globe off the combine and the monitor out of the combine, because that goes in this tractor. I need to put that in there because that's got to be used for the planters. I need to check hydraulic oil. I need to switch this hitch over. This hitch is, it's actually a small clearance right here because we run the grain cart with this in the fall. And what you do is you unbolt it, you put this block in here to make this a higher spacing for implements. It's a lot of little things. I need to check the lights on this tractor, because if I remember right, I had 1 or 2 lights that were out. I need to get those replaced because of the fact that we run past dark and run late at night, so all the working lights on it are a very good plus. But it is a little after 12 right now, so I'm going to go get some lunch and do some running around that I got to get done, and then I'm going to come back and tackle this. You know, there's another thing that dawned on me that I need to do to this tractor. Up on be the right hand side of the cab, up there I actually mount, I have a piece of angle iron that mounts to the cab there, so I can put you guys on the magnet mount and just stick you on the up there so you can, you know, see my smiling face. And I forgot that I took it out of this tractor and put it in the combine for harvest. Now I got to put it back in this tractor. I probably ought to spend some time and actually make mounts for all the tractors and just leave them in there. But at any rate, I need to get my buckets, tools around, and start draining some oil here. I was just about ready to turn the camera back on for you guys, and I ended up sneezing and blood started gushing out of my nose. I hate this time of year. My nose cracks and dries and everything else. Anyway, got the oil change done on this. It was nip and tuck for oil. I ended up having to tip the barrel upside down and pour oil out of the barrel and everything else, but we got her done with about a half a gallon to spare. So I had to order a new barrel oil, got that coming. So I needed oil to change the rest of the oils. We still have the sprayer to do, the skid steer to do, still got the little lawnmower to do, got the combine to do this summer. We've got the semis to do still, so I needed to get oil. But at any rate, this is grease now. Oil's changed. I still have to change the air filters and fuel filters, hydraulic oil filter, and then I think it would be pretty much good to go. But we'll see. I still got to do the things in the cab, like put the globe on it, put the monitor in it, and put my metal bar in there so I can set you guys on there. But at any rate, I'm going to keep rolling on it. You remember in the last video when I mentioned the hours that we put on the machines? We put 83 hours on the little tractor, and I guesstimated 113 hours on the big tractor. Well, when I serviced that one yesterday, the big tractor had 120 hours on it. So, and then this tractor actually, I think I guessed this at 113 hours. It actually has 93 hours on this oil change. So what I do is, because this is a cartridge style oil filter, normally you take a paint marker and you write the hours, the date you changed it on the oil filter. But this is a cartridge style oil filter, so I can't just write on it. So I write on the air filter. This was the last time it was changed in the hours, and then I just looked at the new hours and figured it out. So yeah, 93 hours is what we put on this. Maybe if this comes out, I'll show you how dirty these filters get. People always complain, oh, it must be nice to have a cab. I'm going to tell you why we got a cab. I'm going to show you this right now. You just saw me pull it out of there, so watch this. See all that dust and dirt? That's why we put new filters on. That's what the cab filter looks like also. I'll show you the cab filter when I pull that one out. The cab filter on this machine is underneath the right hand side of the cab. So, ooh, look at that. That's filthy. All right, let me, I gotta unscrew this thing out, and then I'll throw it on the ground and show you what it looks like. All right, look at that. It's nasty. This is the dirt that's filtered out of the air before it goes into the cab of the tractor. So this is basically, if we didn't have this filter, and this is what we'd be breathing. Yeah, and you know, the sad thing is, I blow these filters out probably 2 or 3 times a year. Halfway through planting season, I blow the filter out, and then after planting season, I blow the filter out, because we use this tractor for the hauling the grain cart and stuff. But yeah, you can see just rolling it. Leaving a dirt trail. Looks like I don't have that filter in stock. I have a few filters that are like on back order, and I'm waiting for them to come in. This obviously is one of them because I can't find it anywhere. So I guess you guys are in luck, and you're gonna get to see how I blow a filter out, and then I'm just gonna put it back in the tractor for now until the new filter gets here, and then I'll change it. You always want to blow it from the inside out. That way you're not pushing dirt particles into the filter itself. Just FYI. I guess while I got the blower out, I blow the radiator out on this. It's pretty dusty. Ugh. You guys are even dirty. The lens is all filthy. Is that a little gooder? Alright. I gotta show you this. I've always thought this was the dumbest design John Deere ever did. Most coolant reservoirs on vehicles and everything, they're white or clear so you can see the coolant level in them. Or if they're not, they have a little sight glass on them, you know, so you can check the level of them. Not this piece of crap. Look at this is the oil or the coolant reservoir. There's absolutely no sight glass on it at all. You have to pull the cap off and take a flashlight and look down in there to see where your coolant level is, which my coolant level is about right there, which is fine. But that's the dumbest design John Deere could ever come up with. Garbage. I'm in the cab now. I'm trying to remember how to reset my service intervals. And I have a feeling, there we go. It's all down here on this. But I just got to figure out which one and then clear it and reset it so it goes back to 0. It's kind of like the oil life meter on your car. Only this tells you how many hours are on the motor in between oil changes. And I have to clean this cab out. It is filthy. It never got cleaned out after harvest, because we were on this one was running the grain cart, so it's got empty water bottles in here. It's got, you know, candy bar wrappers, all kinds of crap in here, and the windows are filthy. They're just filthy, dusty, dirty. So windows got to get cleaned. This needs to get vacuumed out, garbage out of here, and then also I have to mount my monitor here for the planters. Goes right there. And then on these two, basically these are like nuts. They're threaded pieces that are in the frame of the cab. I put my angle bar here so I can put you guys on the magnet mount there. I need to do that yet. And other than that, check tire pressure. Tire pressure, clean the cab, get the electronics in here, and then this tractor is ready to roll. I did manage to get the electronics on this thing for the planter. That yellow globe up there you see, that's the GPS receiver. And then I got the monitor inside the cab hooked up. I turned it on. It seems to be working all right. I have to recalibrate it, but I can recalibrate it tomorrow out in the field, or out, you know, out in the driveway here. But other than that, I still have to flip that hitch, do the tire pressures on this, and check the lights. And after that, this should be ready to go. So I think I'm going to do all that tomorrow, and I think I might just continue this video tomorrow. So we'll see you tomorrow. Morning, everybody. Well, it's a new day, and it's raining out, and we got birds chirping inside the barn here. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up today. Couple little things I need to do in the cab yet. I need to check the tire pressure. I need to flip this hitch. I think I'm gonna flip this hitch now while I'm thinking about it, because that's one of those things that it's not huge to do, but it needs to be done, and it seems like every year I forget about it. And then when I get ready to hook up the piece of equipment, it's like, oh crap, I need to do that. So I'm gonna do it now while I'm thinking about it. And I need to check the lights. But other than that, that's what we're doing today. Got the cab all cleaned out, got the electronics all finished up inside, got the hitch switched over, and I figured I'd do the air tire pressure, you know, check the tire pressures, and I had 2 tires that were a little low, so I'm like, all right. So I went to flip the air compressor on. The air compressor, the belt started squealing and everything else. So now I'm coming into the compressor room, and I need to take this off so I can check the belt. And if the belt's loose, I need to get it tightened. I tell you what, if it's not one thing, it's another, it seems like. There's always something going on. But such is life. And it figures the Torx bit I need is the one that's broken on this. God, garbage. It's gonna be one of those days, I can tell already. And naturally, the Torx I need is a T27. You see which one's missing? Yeah. So now, either I gotta drive all the way home and get my Torx bit at home, or I need to look and find one. Alright, I had one in my truck. I got the cover off of here, and I'd say this was the problem. I don't think it's supposed to wiggle that much. So I need to tighten that motor up, and then she should be good to go. Now it's running like it should. Alright, back to the tractor. Alright, plant and tractor's all complete. The next thing I need to do is get to the sprayer, get that out so I can service that. I still have to service the skid steer here, and I got to service the semi trucks, but I'm waiting on oil. They're saying probably in about 4 days I'm supposed to get the rest of the oil, or the new barrel oil in, so it'll be a waiting game. Until then, I'm going to work on some other things that we got going on. I did order some new chisel plow points for the little chisel plow. That should be coming in, I think tomorrow. I'm supposed to be getting those. So when those come in, then I can take a tractor out there, hook it up and bring it in, and at least get them points on and be done with that. So that's ready to go. But other than that, we're kind of waiting on parts, so I'm kind of just doing some piddly little stuff around the barn now. So I'm going to leave it at that. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.